Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Hello. Yeah. Okay. No, not even. Not even. Hello. Hi. What is up? I know. I miss you guys too. It's been a long time. Hi. Long time no see indeed. What's up with everyone? Jason, someone says hi and they miss you too. He says thank you. That's so funny. You're supposed to say you miss them back. I'm dead. Hi, Ate Jan. Currently painting for my project. Long time no see. Ooh, what kind of project are you painting for? Ate, ask ko lang po, what happened to Harudam reading? I did not do it yet. I've been rescheduling that Harudam reading. When am I going to read that one? I forgot when I pushed it. I will be reading. Honestly, I don't know when I'm going to read Harudam yet. I'm kind of going as is, so, but I haven't read them yet. I think I'm reading Harudam next month. Yeah. So yeah, just stay in tune. This is why I say just put me on your notifications if you're subscribed to my channel. So, but yeah, hello. How is everybody doing? I know it's been a minute since I've been on here. Um, it's been a while since I went live and done a tarot live stream. Yeah, and as you can see with the title and thumbnail, I will be reading MASHIHO and HYUNSUK today. Uh, my I guess my motive right now is to catch up to those scheduled readings. I have quite a handful that I need to do. So hopefully I'm going to be able to finish all of them that's already been booked and scheduled before by the first week of next month. So we'll see. We'll see. I can't guarantee that because my schedule is always meh, as you already know. But yeah, we'll wing it. Right now, I'm not taking in any. Well, I kind of am, but if you book another reading with me, like a live tarot hangout, the next available date is not till the last week of October. So yeah, with that said, yeah, I'm just gonna start catching up. Jan, we don't have a Young Bae reading yet, right? No, I did not read Young Bae yet. I think I plan to read Young Bae. When am I gonna plan to read Young Bae? I plan to read Young Bae tomorrow, maybe, depending on my schedule. Again, I'm not finalized with that, but if I do have time, I do kind of want to read Young Bae tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, the main focus today is MASHIHO and HYUNSUK. So yeah, who's ready? Who is ready? Did you guys miss me? It's for a school project. That's cool. Okay, so as I'm reading MASHIHO and HYUNSUK, just a disclaimer, this was a chipped reading, so I know this was like already far back when. So thank you to all that chipped in for the MASHIHO and HYUNSUK reading. I do appreciate it a lot. Actually, you know what? I need to address something. I do need to address something because, how do I say this? Because you know how I've been hosting like organized fundings for certain readings, which is completely fine with me. Um, if you want to chip in any kind of reading, that's fine. I'll gladly accept it, and I could organize, the percentage wise for all those different readings. However, if you're gonna chip in, just make sure you could afford it. You know what I mean? Do not, detriment yourself when it comes to your own funds and personal finances, because someone has been helping me or trying to like chip in for example, a Blackpink reading, and it was already like weeks and weeks and weeks, and then all of a sudden they wanted their money back. I respect if you needed your money back. Life happens. You may need it. That's fine. I didn't mind issuing their money back. However, it's kind of just like disappointing because at the same time it's also an inconvenience and a hassle, because we were already almost like done with fully funding that Blackpink reading, and then suddenly that major contributor just wanted to take all that money back, and then you just see the percentage just go down, and so many people were like, oh well, hey, what happened, etc., etc., and I'm like, I'm sorry, someone wanted their money back. So yeah, if you could just please avoid that, because I don't want that inconvenience. If you can't afford it, that's fine. You don't have to chip in. I know you really want that Blackpink reading, but then other times, but don't push yourself to the point that you can't afford it. You know what I mean? Because other people are also looking forward to that reading. So with all due respect, please don't. And if, for example, you do chip in a reading with me, honestly, just communication is very, essential, especially with me. If you needed a refund or whatever, I don't mind giving it to you back. This person that needed that money back from that Blackpink reading actually, filed a claim on PayPal without my knowledge, and like suddenly my PayPal account went negative. So, like, again, I don't mind issuing you the refund. Just communicate with me. But if we could avoid that kind of like hassle, then just be more, I guess, responsible, please, please, because it's a hassle. It's disappointing. So I hope you guys understand. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, let's just be mindful of and be more considerate around each other's needs, please. So thanks everyone. Anyway, with that said, please, sorry, no more of that, we're moving on. We're gonna read MASHIHO and HYUNSUK today. It is Chuseok, so I hope everyone's having a good Chuseok, a happy Lunar New Year and whatnot. It is a full moon in Pisces, so the energy is very potent right now. I know it's kind of late for me. It's actually midnight where I am, and I'm up and wide awake because of the full moon. Prior for me to go live, I was doing my own full moon rituals, doing my releases, cleansing my tarot decks, and charging my crystals, and just putting myself in a better aura today and going on forth. So yeah, today is going to be a good time to read in general. So yeah, I decided to read MASHIHO and HYUNSUK today. Thanks for dropping the dance compilation reaction. My friend and I watched it together and we were laughing with you. My messy reaction video, that's like my semi-comeback. Those that are waiting on my reaction videos for other things, like say for example, Lalisa or Hanbin and Hai and other ones that I missed, don't worry, they're coming soon. They're coming soon. I'm just managing my time and energy better. So okay. My cards are hot. My cards are hot. All right. I babbled a lot. I'm sorry, guys. But let's begin. So we're gonna read MASHIHO and HYUNSUK, and obviously I'm gonna check on their energy right now. I did meditate on them earlier, and they're really good today. I mean, it is Chuseok, so I'm pretty sure they're having a good time right now. But let's check on HYUNSUK. How is HYUNSUK doing today? Yeah, Jason's here and he's gonna help me out today. HYUNSUK is good. Okay, so interesting. We have, wow. So we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, and then we also have the Ace of Swords. Cool. So these two cards today says that HYUNSUK is interesting. He's actually really chatty today, very chatty, but he's also kind of like in a network mode, if that makes any sense. He is kind of like approaching other people that are around him. So a lot of conversations are being held right now with HYUNSUK. So this is a good energy to have. How else is HYUNSUK doing today? Okay, so now we also have the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. So he's in a good mood. He's also just I feel like he's balancing both work and play right now. So HYUNSUK is just really having like major discussions with people around him and like sharing ideas and sharing innovations right now. So he's pretty good. So let's check on MASHIHO. That HYUNSUK post and ripped jeans is so good. I saw that before I went live. I was like, boy, you need to not right now. You need to not. Okay, how's MASHIHO? How's MASHIHO doing today? How's MASHIHO doing today? Okay, whoa. Interesting. Maybe it is the full moon. Woo. A lot of cards. That's too much. Calm down. Let's calm down. How's MASHIHO? Cool. Okay, so getting out of a slump. Interesting. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Wands upright. So MASHIHO, apparently he was in a slump, but who wasn't? Okay, who wasn't? A lot of us were in a slump this past month, maybe 2 months, and I wouldn't be surprised if MASHIHO was also, affected. But right now he's coming out of a slump. He's feeling pretty good, especially with that Ace of Wands upright. So Eight of Swords coming out of like anxious thoughts and everything. So he's pretty good. Okay, so let's proceed to the real reading, shall we? I do have a list of questions. I did ask you guys from Twitter if you had any other questions to contribute. I didn't really see that much. So I guess we're just going to kind of wing it today, okay? So let's see, just in case if you guys added any other questions. Let's see. Yep. Nope. I don't see any new questions. That's fine. But yeah, I have a list of questions from everyone. And then if I have extra time and energy, I'll have you guys send me in your questions. All right. Cool. So is that why he didn't post for 21 days? Has it been that long? Well, you know what? You're right. That's true. He has been missing in action for a while. Good point. Okay, I didn't even realize that. You see, I've been just way too busy for me to like really pay attention these days. But yeah, you're right. Mashi hasn't posted in a while. But yeah, it says he was on a slump. I feel like I'm forgetting something. It's been a while. What am I missing? Oh, silly me. I haven't done my disclaimers. If you guys are new here to the channel, yes, I am doing a tarot reading. I'm a tarot reader. But just a quick disclaimer, okay? Just out of all these messages that I pulled with these cards, please watch this reading with a grain of salt. Nothing I ever say today is 100% definite, factual, or fixated. The universe is always working. People are always shifting. Change is always happening. It's always constant. So again, these messages may not fully resonate. Just enjoy it for what it is. I'm not associated with HYUNSUK. I'm not associated with MASHIHO or YG Entertainment of some sort. So again, just take these messages with a grain of salt. All right. So what is the initial energy when they first met? What is the initial energy when they first met? Didn't Mashi post earlier? Did he? Or was it Asahi? What is the initial energy when they first met? I don't need a lot of cards. Oh, there we go. Initial energy when they first met. So first card is, we have the Sun card. Sun card is really good. You guys already know this. This is a Leo card. By this default, between the two of them, it was already a good energy between the both of them. They both enjoyed each other's presence. We also have a strong set of admiration. We have the Six of Wands as well. So the Leo card, the Sun card with the Six of Wands, these are both Leo energy actually. And so in that regard, they just had a very strong admiration for each other's presence and like their set skills right away. They were honestly very impressed with each other's, skills. And when they saw each other, it's just like, damn, they're good. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you meet a new person and you just see their capabilities and their talent, you're just like easily impressed and you want to kind of like vibe with them. So it was already an instant connection between the both of them. All right. Okay. So, you know what I just remembered? Seeing those cards, I just remember, I think it was one of their interviews. Was it Billboard? I think it was Billboard. I remember HYUNSUK, he was saying that like when he saw Mashio was this cute boy, and he was like walking towards like him down the hallway. I remember HYUNSUK explaining that in an interview, and HYUNSUK already adored him, kind of thing. Precious. Those two precious guys. Okay. What was HYUNSUK's individual energy at the time? What was HYUNSUK's individual energy at the time? What was HYUNSUK's energy at the time? What was HYUNSUK's individual energy at the time, please? Thank you, cards. Right, exactly. Just as similar as I've been saying throughout all the different HYUNSUK dynamics that I've mentioned before. When it comes to that question, HYUNSUK has already been contemplative before. So 8 of Cups is here, debating on whether to leave or whether to stay. Kind of anxious, not entirely sure what's ahead of him. So just always like in debate or like self-contemplation of what he should be doing next. So yeah, he by then, like, yes, he does enjoy Mashio's presence even when he first met him. But when it came to a personal, individual level, he was already going through, these questions in his head. He's like, okay, where do I go from here? Do I still want to pursue it here? Do I have hope here? Do I move on, or do I just hang on for as long as possible? So yeah, that 8 of Cups is present. For Mashio, let's check Mashio. He even said he was little back then. Precious. What was Mashio's individual energy at the time? Strength card. We have the Leo card again. Yeah. Obviously, Mashio, okay, so in comparison to HYUNSUK's energy, Masha was much more optimistic at the time individually. There was like a brightness to him, this kind of like leadership type of role when it came to his own standards. So you're walking in the room, you come into the training center, and you just know that you're confident and you know what you're capable of. So the strength card just talks about you kind of like seizing the goal. And then in between the both of them, we have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is just kind of like almost in battle mode, but still being considerate of like what is healthy in their energy. So the Knight of Swords just comes in forth. It's like, I'm ready to do the best I can. So both of them were in trying efforts, but obviously HYUNSUK was much more stressed about his own stakes. So yeah. Okay. What is HYUNSUK's contribution to the dynamic? What is HYUNSUK's contribution to the dynamic? What is HYUNSUK's contribution to the dynamic? You like my sweater, by the way? It's Snoopy, and both MASHIHO and HYUNSUK like Snoopy. I mean, I also love Snoopy, so I thought it was appropriate. What is HYUNSUK's contribution to the dynamic with MASHIHO? What is HYUNSUK's contribution to the dynamic with MASHIHO? I love it. Okay. All right. Okay, so first we have the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, obviously HYUNSUK already kind of partakes this role with everyone in Treasure, but if we're just going to talk about HYUNSUK with MASHIHO in particular, this just talks about how HYUNSUK's contribution is to make sure that MASHIHO is always okay. I could sense here that even to this day, since from the very beginning, MASHIHO still has like things to work on when it comes to his confidence. Maybe it's like the social skills, and because even to this day I have kind of observed that MASHIHO still is like struggling with his Korean, and so sometimes he just needs a little extra push in that regard. But anything else outside of that for MASHIHO, HYUNSUK really just contributes making sure that he's present for MASHIHO, making sure MASHIHO is good, making sure he's okay, and like pushing him to the best perfection that like it could be established. We also have the Three of Wands as well. So with the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, HYUNSUK contributes this kind of energy where he's like, for example, if MASHIHO is doing something, if he's like practicing, for example, obviously HYUNSUK will pick up the pieces and kind of pinpoint out what is that needs tweaking. You know what I mean? And then we have the World card. So the World card is kind of the same regard, like making sure everything is complete, everything is finalized. So whenever HYUNSUK looks at MASHIHO, he'll like observe him and he'll be like, you know what, MASHIHO's good. We're good to go. Let's like go on to the next best thing. So the World card in general just talks about a whole source of like quote unquote perfection. So yeah, okay. Was that? Yeah. Okay. Next, vice versa. What is MASHIHO's contribution to the dynamic? What is MASHIHO's contribution to this dynamic with HYUNSUK? Some 2 minutes just found out where Haruto, Junkyu, and Jungwon buys groceries. How did they find that out? I'm like, why did that not sit well with me? I'm like, why did that not sit well with me? Okay. Like, what? Okay. Oh, I love this one for MASHIHO. So Mashi's contribution to this dynamic with HYUNSUK is very special already with this one card I got. Yep, absolutely. Okay, so I know that Mashio and HYUNSUK, they both have acknowledged that they have a lot of things in common, but here is where I see like the huge significant difference between Mashio and HYUNSUK. Mashiho, especially in this spread that I have in front of me, Mashio, how do I say this? Because Hyunsuk, he's very, protective of all the members, and he does take good care of them to the best of his ability. But there is a distinct way, because Mashio is also the same, but he does it in his own distinct flair. And what I mean by that is, for example, if we're talking about Mashio's contribution to Hyunsuk, there's actually a much more, say for example, if Hyunsuk is taking good care of Mashio, there's a much more motherly nature. But when it comes to Mashi towards Hyunsuk, there's a much more fatherly sense. I've said this a lot actually in my reaction videos, that Mashio to me is actually the most manliest, in my opinion, out of all of Treasure. That's just my opinion. But Mashio radiates that, and I think it's just because of his Aries stellium too. But I'll show you the cards. So his contribution to Hyunsuk is to kind of do the same thing. If Hyunsuk is protecting Mashio, Mashio is also protecting Hyunsuk. We have this regarded with the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles here talks about reciprocation and generosity. And this comes out in a strong masculine manner because we have this with the Ten of Wands. It almost feels like the energy almost feels like a vibrant breadwinner of some sort. It's like he's pretty much a reliable source to Hyunsuk. If Hyunsuk needs a lending hand, he knows he can rely on Mashio like that. Like without questions asked, he knows he can go to Mashio, and that's pretty much his contribution to the dynamic. So again, with the Six of Pentacles, this talks about that generosity here. Then we also have the Ten of Wands, like I said. So it's like lending a helping hand, helping carrying the baggage, helping, settle things down. And then we also have the Ace of Cups as well. So like I said, like there's a nurturing sense from Mashio, but it's still much more in the masculine sense. And this also comes out with the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands here is, again, still masculine energy because it's fire energy. And so the Nine of Wands here talks about like survival mode or battle mode. This is like his defense barrier. So Hyunsuk can rely on Mashio if anything gets like really hard, if anything gets scary. He could pretty much like hide behind Mashio, and Mashio will be like, all right, I got you. Don't worry. I got you. I'll protect you. I'll defend you. You know what I mean? So yeah, to keep it simple and short and sweet, Mashio's contribution to dynamic Hyunsuk is his defender. Okay, his defender. Okay. So, what are the cons of this dynamic? Okay, what are the cons of this dynamic that they need to be mindful of? It's a different question, but not really a different question, but it's kind of similar to other things that that was asked before, but now I just kind of put it in the regular standard flow of questions, and I reworded it myself. So what are the cons of this dynamic that they need to be mindful of? Meaning, is there anything that they need to like work around each other, if like in a negative aspect, if there's something that needs to be either addressed or focused on, something that's still quote unquote flawed? So okay, what are the cons of this dynamic that they both need to be mindful of? What are the cons of this dynamic that they both need to be mindful of? Thank you. Okay, so King of Swords. I only have one card right now. King of Swords. This talks about clashing of opinions. So I can kind of see that. It's like they both are very strong, opinionated guys, and I think for the most part they do like go on the same page. But then I can see like the potential for them to quote unquote bump heads when it comes to like either planning or quote unquote leading per se. Because the King of Swords, it's about logic. It's like who knows more or who knows better per se. So the clash here or the con here between this dynamic is the fact that they might have colliding opinions or colliding, feedback or criticism. So this is one of that. Is there anything else that is a con to this dynamic? Yes. Okay. So interesting. So communication skills in regard, because Two of Swords, not Two of Swords, King of Swords, Swords energy is about the way you communicate, or how you use your words. And by this coming into play with the Moon card, this also means that a disadvantage for them too is like how they communicate within each other. So meaning like they might be like mistranslated or misinterpreted, hence the trigger to bump heads might be there. So just communication skills is the only thing I'm seeing so far. All right. Energy check. How is everyone now? How is everyone so far? Energy check. Everyone still here? Still comprehending? Okay, cool. Okay, so the next question is, what is the overall advice in order for them to get even closer than they are? What is the overall advice in order for them to get closer than they are? What is the overall advice in order for them to get even closer than they are? Hi, Chris. Interesting. Overall advice for them to get closer. Interesting. Huh. That's weird. Well, okay, no, excuse my choice of words. Not weird, but ironic. Because earlier I said one of like the disadvantages or the cons of this dynamic is that they might collide opinions. But then it's funny because the overall advice in order for them to get closer is to communicate more. But I see that the both of them are distinctively shy around each other when it comes to certain ideas. So say for example, if I put myself in one of their shoes. Let's put myself in a scenario that I'm HYUNSUK, right? Say I thought of an idea that we could do for the group, and all of a sudden I want to pitch it to MASHIHO, right? But then somehow I'm just too shy or too hesitant to talk to Mashi or just speak my idea. Be like, I like deep down, I want to be like, hey, Mashi, what about etc. This. But on the surface, I'm holding myself back. I'm like too shy or too hesitant to let Mashio know. And it's the same thing with Mashi towards HYUNSUK. If Mashio has like something he needs to say, somehow he has no problem with speaking up for the other members or towards the other members. But when it comes to HYUNSUK, he holds himself back a little bit. And I say this because with the Chariot in reverse, the Chariot in reverse just says like your successes in terms of like your tasks, your goals, your responsibilities, they're not met because they're not like expressed well. And I say they're not expressed well because we have the Eight of Wands in reverse plus the Ace of Pentacles. So this means your ideas are being held back, your opinions are like being held back. So in order for them to get even closer, as an advice, this just means they just have to let go of that hesitancy or that fear, that shyness around each other when it comes to communicating. So it's cute actually. Like both of them are like, should I tell him? Nah, you know what? Let me not tell them. Maybe it's just one of those weird but cute yet awkward vibes when it comes to how they speak amongst each other. So, yeah. Treasure is surely a group of big personalities. Love them. Agree. Yeah, well, this is surprising. Never expect them to be shy like that. I didn't either. Like I said, like, I don't think they're shy when it comes to like everything, but in terms of like, say, when it's serious matters, or say it's like a serious idea that comes up, they have like again a hesitancy before they even speak on it. Like it takes them a while to open up in that regard. Maybe they don't want to hurt or offend each other's feelings. Maybe. I just, let me see. Not let me see, but I'm kind of trying to channel it. So it's like, say for example, you are with a friend, right? Put yourself in the situation. Say you were with a friend and then your very good friend is yet asking you, hey, you good? Like this is your open chance to say, if you're not feeling well and your friend is asking you you're not feeling well, that's your chance to say and be honest, be like, yeah, I'm not feeling well. But on the surface, you just say that you're fine. You know what I mean? It's that same kind of energy between MASHIHO and HYUNSUK. It's like, again, that hesitancy. Like if MASHIHO might ask HYUNSUK if he's good, HYUNSUK would be like, yeah, yeah, I'm good. This is fine. I'm fine. But in all honesty, he's not. You know, it's the same thing, vice versa. So that's what I'm getting with those cards. Hmm? Yeah. No, don't worry. Okay. Next question is, what sets this dynamic apart from the others in the group? Okay. What sets this dynamic apart from the others in the group? Oh, agree. We got some very strong cards here. So, what sets these two apart, like as a duo or as a dynamic, compared to the other dynamics in Treasure? So, let's talk about these one, two, three very strong cards. First card we have is the Ten of Cups. Second card is the Strength card again. And then third card is we have the Death card as well. Ten of Cups, Strength, and the Death card. Now, in these terms, what sets these two apart from the rest is the fact that both of them have like obviously the immense leadership skills, but they also are always on the same page in terms of like what their goals are, and this is why they work well together. It's like if they both like do communicate on a similar idea or a similar goal, um once that's like kind of like on the checklist and it's good to go, they both dive in straight on. And this means that they're very quick on their feet together. And I say this because we also have the Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands talks about confidence, it talks about loyalty, it talks about determination and motivation. And you could definitely see this is one of their stronger similarities within themselves. They both have that same level of passion, determination, motivation, and eagerness. And this means with these three cards, it's like once they have that similar goal, there's nothing that can stop these two. And then they're also very adaptable to change. So Death card is here. It means that they're not resistant to change. So if you throw an obstacle at both MASHIHO and HYUNSUK, they're just both like, okay, bring it on. You know what I mean? They both are at that level. So so far out of like the dynamics I've been seeing or have read so far, MASHIHO and HYUNSUK are very level-headed together. There's like an actual equality between the two. It's not one is stronger than the other, one is more determined than the other, or whatnot. But yeah, they're very level-headed together. Okay. Next. So they mentioned that they have a lot in common. So in what ways are they similar personality-wise? Cool. They mentioned that they have a lot in common. In what other ways are they similar personality-wise? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I'll pull more cards in a bit. Let's see. Actually, no. I'll just talk about these two first. So again, yeah, in what other ways are they similar personality-wise? So, first card, Five of Wands in reverse. They both get easily hard on themselves. They both beat themselves up for even things that they can't control. And even if they make even the tiniest mistakes, they are really hard on themselves. They're both perfectionists, and they both get in their own head when it comes to these mistakes or flaws. They both are prone to regret and resentment on themselves when things don't turn out the way they want it to be. They both have that kind of controlling mindset. They just like want things like perfectly done the way they had imagined or visualized it to be, but when it doesn't, they both beat themselves up really hard. So this is the Five of Wands talking in that regard. And then we also have the Hierophant in reverse. This is Taurus energy. The Hierophant in reverse is actually saying that these two, not only are they hard on themselves, but then when things get hard, they both get stuck in this loop of reevaluating. So they both have their habits or their tendencies to kind of like overthink things. So say for example, if things do not go the way they had planned, then they stop themselves and they're like, oh, and they kind of freak out internally. Are like, okay, this is happening. Now what? Do we do this? Should we do that? Is this a better option? Is that a better option? Well, what happens if I do this? You know what I mean? The Hierophant in reverse says both MASHIHO and HYUNSUK can get pretty distraught again when things get hard, things get confusing. They both can lose their ish very easily. So their temper is not the best when it comes like even on a solitary level. They just kind of get stuck there and they're like in question like rapidly. So yeah, they get hard on themselves and then they get over analytical on themselves. So these two, I swear, these two. Is there anything else that these two are similar personality wise? A lot. Is there anything else? Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. So, all right. Another thing that they both have in common, they both have like very earthy placements. MASHIHO does have a Capricorn rising though, so it makes perfect sense to me. And then we have HYUNSUK as a Taurus sun. But another, sorry, that was a helicopter. Sorry about that. Okay, so another common trait that they have personality-wise is that like I kind of already mentioned it, like the perfectionism, but in this regard, since we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, plus the Queen of Pentacles, these two cards actually is highlighting the fact that they both can get impatient. They can get impatient. Yes, they're both resilient. They are both, willing to go the extra mile, put the extra effort in terms of reaching a certain task or a goal, right? Anything they desire, they'll push for it, sure. But when things are like paper thin, like their patience for certain things are pretty paper thin. Like you can't, if you nitpick at them, if you keep poking at them for certain things, they'll definitely just kind of like start, like their blood will start boiling. So it's funny actually, because even though they have very different birth charts, I have noticed this before, but something very similar, even if it's not astrological or not, is that they have like a rising tension within them, and they try really hard to not let it get the best of them. And so again, their patience isn't the best sometimes. And I mean that on the temporal side, like being temperament. So right? Okay. Is there anything else we can talk about that's similar to them? Now that I think about it, about like their patience, depending on like what the situation is or what the circumstances are or what has been like delivered or kind of what is expressed or communicated, if you say one wrong thing, whether it's on Mashio or whether it's on HYUNSUK, you can see a certain look in their eye that they're like trying really hard to not blow up. Have you noticed that? Now that I'm thinking about it, I did notice that before, but now I'm like kind of dwelling on it. They are pretty scary. Like you don't want to piss them off. So this is why I say that. Like they try really hard not to let it seethe, but yeah, those two, don't piss them off. don't piss off HYUNSUK, don't piss off Mashio, and don't piss them both off at the same time either. Okay. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. This is the last one I'm going to mention. So the Six of Swords says that another similarity to them is their resilience. Which is that Jihoon is the key to see those looks from them. I'm dead. I'm freaking dead. But yeah, so the Six of Swords says they're both very resilient on an equal level. They know how to get themselves out of a predicament per se when it comes down to it. If stuff is going on, obviously, like any normal human being, it will be stressful, but very quickly they know how to get themselves back up on their feet and they know how to move forward. That's what the Six of Swords represents. Okay. HYUNSUK and Running Man versus Mashio in the Mafia game. Exactly. You see how pissed HYUNSUK was during the Running Man episode, and then you see Mashio getting also really pissed during the Mafia game. Don't mess with them. Okay. Is there anything about this dynamic that we don't see or we misconceptualize? Ooh. Okay. Is there anything about this dynamic that we don't see or misconceptualize? Good question. To keep it simpler, what do we not realize about Mashi and HYUNSUK together? What are their Mars sign? HYUNSUK is Scorpio, and then Mashio is Sagittarius. Scary. Those are both scary Mars signs. Yeah. How did I remember that? I don't know. there anything that we don't see about this dynamic or things that we misconceptualize? That's a lot. Anything that we don't see about this dynamic or that we misconceptualize? No. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. Okay. Oh, really? You don't say. Okay. So, interesting. All right, I get it. Let's cut the deck real quick. Okay. Right. Things that we do not see about this dynamic or things that we misconceptualize. So, first, the cards that are in front of me want to say they're a lot closer than most people realize. And honestly, I mean, anyone can tell that they're quote unquote close. So if you already see them as close as possible, it's actually more than that. The cards are saying what you think they are, like what you see is actually deeper than you actually realize. So I say this with the 9 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. And then we also have the the 8 of Wands. Okay, now these two actually spend a lot of time with each other than you guys realize. Yes, we see it a lot, but in that aspect, it means that, again, whatever you see on camera, it's already like a lot of like MASHI-SUK moments. There's more to it. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than what we see. And then we also have the Wheel of Fortune into play. So they actually, on a personal level, feel like they are quote unquote fated to know each other. I'm starting to see, in a sense, it's like, yes, they are so similar and they kind of find it uncanny that they have all these similar traits. So in a way, they're like, are you like my long lost brother, in a sense? That's just the vibe, or that's just the energy that they are sharing within each other. The Wheel of Fortune says they feel like they're fated to know each other or to, meet because of the similarities. Now, another thing I do want to mention that we don't understand or we don't see is that the trust factor between Mashio and HYUNSUK was not right away. It wasn't instant. That's also implied by the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune says it had to take some time for them to come around in terms of like, really being vulnerable with each other. So I say this because HYUNSUK is a Taurus sun, and then we have Mashio as a Capricorn rising. So Mashio having a Capricorn rising makes him a little distant in terms of being vulnerable, and HYUNSUK tried his best to work around that. So this is why things kind of took a while for things to really be in synergy, if that makes any sense. Now, another thing I do want to mention is we also have the Tower card. We don't realize this, but the both of them, remember I said that one of the advice is that they might clash with opinions. So it happens. It does happen. Apparently, the Tower card is here to say, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, this is saying that, yes, HYUNSUK and Mashio do really bump heads. Sometimes you're too similar that you clash. There is that. Definitely is a thing such as that. So the Tower card comes in, it's like, it can get pretty heated between the two of them. It can. So that's interesting. It's basically because I mentioned that they're very close, like it's a lot deeper, but to that same amount or to that same level of being close is also the same amount of intensity when they clash. You know what I mean? Like if you are with your BFF, your best friend, what kind of BFF would they be if you didn't clash with them? You know what I mean? Like if you have a best friend, there's no way in heck both of you are going to be at peace all the time. You know, they're at a level that they can clash with each other comfortably. So, and this is like me ranting now, but I hate when any idols are accused for hating another member. I'm not talking about Treasure. I'm just talking about this in general. Sometimes I see K-pop groups and I see like a member of a group goofing off with another fellow member, and then their fans are going to be like, that person hates them, and they're just like throwing these accusations. Like in my head I'm like, do you not fight with your best friend? Like you know what I mean? I just find it so annoying when I see that stuff. But yeah, basically, to keep it as simple as possible, MASHIHO and HYUNSUK are very close to the point that they could bump heads comfortably. I'm just saying, it's so like I have my best friend and we are always arguing. We're always fighting. But we mean that in good, in good nature. But fans like to misinterpret everything. Like, oh my god, he's bullying, and like I'm like, you need to shut the hell up. But yeah, those are just my 2 cents. Okay. Let's see. What trait does HYUNSUK admire about MASHIHO? What is the one trait that HYUNSUK admires about MASHIHO? What is the one big trait that HYUNSUK admires about MASHIHO? Yes, I agree. This is also me. I agree. So, the biggest trait that HYUNSUK admires about MASHIHO is his willingness or his willpower to accomplish anything he wants. And I say this with the 9 of Cups upright. The 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. So this just means that MASHIHO is always concentrating on his goals, right? If he has anything he desires, he knows what he wants and he will do anything he can to achieve it. There's no stopping him. Another thing about it is that he's like kind of like hard to kind of put an obstacle on. So again, if you throw any obstacle at MASHIHO very similarly to HYUNSUK, he's like, all right, that's it, that's all you got for me. Then he's just like, bring it on, and he'll go head on. So the 4 of Pentacles is here, and in this same sense, MASHIHO stays in his lane. What do I mean by he stays in his lane? He doesn't like drama. MASHIHO does not like drama. He doesn't like gossip. He doesn't like pettiness, any of that. He just minds his own business. He stays in his lane and he just does his job. He does the damn thing, And HYUNSUK looks at him, he's like, I don't need to worry about MASHIHO, getting into trouble or anything or getting involved in anything. MASHIHO just minds his own business. He keeps his peace and he just does what he needs to, right? So that's one of the biggest things that HYUNSUK appreciates about MASHIHO. We also have the 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is nice because for MASHIHO to radiate the 3 of Cups, it says that HYUNSUK admires how MASHIHO is really good at balancing work versus play. I agree. Now that I'm thinking about it, like now that I see these cards, MASHIHO works really hard, but he also knows how to enjoy himself. He knows how to like take a break. He knows how to let loose. He will, maybe he'll go and play billiards or pool, or maybe he'll play ping pong, or he'll just hang out with his other members, with his dongsangs, you know what I mean? He just knows how to make enough room and enough time for himself. HYUNSUK struggles with that, is what I can see. HYUNSUK struggles with managing work versus play. So, yeah. In other words, he admires HYUNSUK admires MASHIHO for his time management or his energy management. So, kudos to Mashi. All right. Now going to the opposite spectrum, what is the one big trait that MASHIHO admires about HYUNSUK? What is the one big trait that MASHIHO admires about HYUNSUK? Also, agree. Oh yeah, you know what? I definitely see this, and I think this is like the biggest difference between MASHIHO and HYUNSUK. I'm laughing because, oh my god, this is totally it. I'm dead. Okay. So one thing that MASHIHO admires and respects about HYUNSUK, we have first the Empress card. So this is that motherly card that I told you. And this is also a card of creativity. So MASHIHO appreciates his divine feminine side, meaning that he has that creative aspect. He knows how to be caring and concerning and very nurturing to everyone that's, in his proximity. But what's funny is, like I said, there is this one huge difference. And MASHIHO, he kind of appreciates HYUNSUK in a way because HYUNSUK will take responsibility for other people's actions. This is like him really embodying the leader role. If HYUNSUK observes someone like making a fault or making a mistake, he's gonna take the fault. Okay, he's gonna take the fault and he's gonna be like, oh, that was my bad. I didn't lead my member the right way. I didn't tell my member the right way how to do it. So he's gonna take the fall, or he'll take the responsibility. He'll be the one to hold them accountable. And this is implied by the Chariot in reverse. So anything that has kind of fell out of line when it came to either the members or whatever, he's the first one to raise his hand, and he'll be like, sorry, that was my bad. That was my fault, even when he doesn't have to. And MASHIHO definitely respects that. Oh, 111 viewers. So yeah, there's that. But then why I say this is a huge difference between HYUNSUK and MASHIHO is because MASHIHO, while he admires that about Suk, it's the fact that for MASHIHO, he's like, no. You did that. That's your mistake. Like, you need to learn. I'm not going to hold myself. Like, you got yourself into this mess. That's the difference. If I'm HYUNSUK, then I'm going to be like, oh no, it's my bad. I didn't teach them well. I didn't guide them well. But then if I'm MASHIHO, then I'm like, nope, that's their fault. It wasn't me. That's the difference. That's the major difference between the two of them. And this is implied by the Chariot in reverse. I'm dead at them. I'm so dead at them. You're like, oh no, that ain't my fault. You better learn. You better fix that. That wasn't my fault. So, okay. That's why MASHI-SUK complements each other. Agree. Okay. So, what kind of energy do they activate when they are around each other? Okay, I like this question. What kind of energy do they activate when they are around each other? Okay. So basically when you see the two of them, What kind of vibe or what kind of energy is radiating from the both of them as one? Okay. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. A lot of immense hard work is coming from the both of them. What else? Okay, it's pretty much a repetitive here with this question, but we also have the King of Wands. So not only do they radiate the energy of hard work and persistence, but they also radiate the energy of passion, eagerness, um, somewhat aggression. I saw aggression in that card. Let's see what else. Yep. Independence. Okay, yes, agree. I agree wholeheartedly with this one. So when you see the both of them, like I said, they're both very hardworking, but to imply, we have the Nine of Pentacles emphasizing that they are both very independent individuals, but even together, it's much more high end or elevated. So, say for example, you see the two of them. They're both very, responsible guys. And then you see the two of them, if they could be, you know, working kind of like a flow when it comes to like helping the members or helping out the group, both of them are like on it. They're always on it. They both have something to say. They both have like their own methods in making it work. And then we have like the Nine of Pentacles saying they succeed at it. So yeah, it's all about like the professionalism between the two of them. So yeah. Anything else I'm missing cards? Okay, and a fun time, obviously. We have the Sun card. This just means that they are, both really fun. They both have like a happy vibe. They do enjoy each other's presence. And it's true. You look at MASHI-SUK and like say on content, they're so cute together. They're like goofing off with each other, and it's just adorable. And I freaking those small beans. So, okay. Oops. Wild card. Okay. All right. Next question. This is funny. How does Mashio really feel? How does Mashio really feel when HYUNSUK babies him? What a question. How does Mashio really feel when HYUNSUK babies him? I love this, but we'll ask it. How does Mashio really feel when HYUNSUK babies him? I can't. He really does baby him a lot. May we know how Mashio really feels when HYUNSUK babies him? May we know? Are we allowed to know? How does Mashio really feel? Oh no. I'm dead. Oh no. I knew it. I actually kind of knew this, but just to see it confirmed in the cards is hilarious. I can't. Mashio, he doesn't hate it. He does not hate it. Okay, before I say anything, he does not hate it, but he does wish it could stop. Or not stop, but he wishes HYUNSUK would just chill with that. I say this because we have literally the king the king of swords in reverse. So in this regard, it's like I don't mind it, but can you like not do this often? can you not do that often? It's making me feel it's making me feel a certain way. But then also also Mashi doesn't know how to say it. He doesn't know how to tell Hyunsuk to stop. So I say this with the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is like his defense mechanism is up, or his guard is up. And so I've noticed this a while back, but every time I see Hyunsuk baby Mashio, if you pay close attention to Mashio's facial expression, it's in his eyes. You look at Mashio, okay? Just pay attention. Look at him and look at how like awkward, like he's has a smile on his face and whatnot, but you can see it in his eyes. He's just like, ooh. You know what I mean? So the 7 of Wands is like, how do I tell him that I don't really like this? So Jihoon needs to replace him then. Jihoon would gladly take, yeah, for real. So yeah, this is funny. I kind of knew it. Like I said, you can just kind of tell when you watch the content from them. So cute. I'm dead. I can't get them. Oh, these boys. Okay, the next question is how does okay, wait, oh, I already said that. What have they learned from each other? Okay, what have they learned from each other? Okay, what have they learned from each other? So let's start with Hyunsuk. What has Hyunsuk learned from Mashio? Say what now? What? Why is this card here? I'm confuzzled. Well, not confuzzled, but curious is the word. What has Hyunsuk learned from Mashio? Oh, I see. What? Why? I feel like I've seen this in an interview somewhere. I feel like I've seen this message in an interview from them. But anyway, okay, so what Hyunsuk has learned by being in the presence of Mashio is actually getting better about his vulnerability. So interesting, because out of like the select few members in Treasure, Hyunsuk is only very vulnerable to certain members, but Mashio is one of them. In fact, Mashio may be one of the members that taught him to be more vulnerable. So I'm looking at the cards right now in front of me. Hyunsuk has no problem like with expressing how he feels. However, when it comes to the fact that he does stop himself still when it comes to like certain burdens, like maybe the responsibility of being a leader or whatever, if he doesn't want to, project any of that burden onto his members, he won't. He'll stop himself. But when it comes to, say, Mashio knows how to bring that out of Hyunsuk. And he's learned how to be more honest when he's having a hard time. And I definitely say this. So the King of Swords is back. I keep getting the King of Swords between the two of them. So this is just kind of highlighting that their relationship, like the theme of MASHI-SUK is communication. It's communication, whether it's like something they need to work on, but in other aspects, their communication is still good. But for, again, the vulnerability part, this just means that Hyunsuk learned how to be more honest with him having a hard time. And when I say by having a hard time, this got represented by the 3 of Swords upright. So the 3 of Swords, that's like hardship, trial, tribulation, just heartache, or just, sadness, whatever it is, any of those negative aspects or feelings, HYUNSUK doesn't share that to everyone, but MASHIHO is definitely one of them that he's comfortable with. And I say this also with the Justice card, because MASHIHO has a good eye for certain, things. He has his way about mediating things. And let's talk about MASHIHO. I think MASHIHO is a 6, or is he a 4? I don't remember. 4, yeah. So he's still a mediator for being a soul age 4. So MASHIHO is really good at looking at things in a different angle, or in a much more calmer matter. So if he's not dealing with the problem, and say it's HYUNSUK that's dealing with something, MASHIHO knows how to step up. So Justice card. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you, cards. Now, next, what has MASHIHO learned? What has MASHIHO learned from HYUNSUK? What has MASHIHO learned from HYUNSUK? Yeah. I see. Okay. Man, these are like deeper lessons than like most. So the main thing that MASHIHO learned from HYUNSUK is turning your own pain into, how do I mention this? Is by looking at your pain or your hardship or maybe a loss into kind of like a perspective of a blessing. It looks to me that MASHIHO, even though I did mention that they're both resilient, like for the both of them, back then that wasn't the case. I see that MASHIHO, when it came to certain losses, even though he didn't really show it on the outside, deep inside he would kind of like dwell on it, and he would, kind of like dread everything. HYUNSUK, him being in MASHIHO's life these days, MASHIHO kind of adapted the mindset to look at losses or to look at hardship in a different light. It's meaning that, oh, okay, it didn't work out the way I had hoped for it, but maybe there's something better out there. So I say this because of the 5 of Cups. So 5 of Cups is about your losses or dealing with any kind of betrayal, disappointment, things not just things falling out of line and just not working out in general. Now, this being the first card, it kind of transcends into a different movement. We have the Ace of Wands, and then we also have the 8 of Wands. So this just means that there's something better out there, especially with that 8 of Wands coming into play. So HYUNSUK taught MASHIHO about, just keeping on and moving forward. I don't know why, but this reminds me of YG Treasure Box days, because I did notice that about MASHIHO. Say that one performance he did with Junkyu and he couldn't do that backflip. You can tell for a while that even to this day, MASHIHO still dreads that moment. He hates thinking about that moment. He hates thinking about that performance sometimes. He's like, yeah, let's not talk about it. Like, he just hates that. Or he gets upset when it's brought up. So I think HYUNSUK has taught him, he's like, hey, things happen for a reason, and you just get to learn from it towards the future and going on forth. So, yeah. Big lessons, honestly. Important lessons. Important personal lessons. All right. We are almost done with this list, and then we can go into predictions. Energy check. How is everyone doing? You guys are good? Need a water. Everyone good? Yeah, I only have 3 more questions. Cool. All right, perfect. So, everyone's favorite question somehow. Well, not everyone, but most. But most of you really like this question. What is their love language towards each other? How do they express their affection? Okay. What is their love language towards each other? I'm dead. Do I even need to bring this up when you can kind of just see it's pretty obvious? It's pretty obvious. HYUNSUK baby talk. Someone said HYUNSUK baby talk. I cannot. All right, let's start with HYUNSUK since we kind of already know anyway. What is HYUNSUK's love language towards Mashi? How does he express? What? Hmm. Okay. Nope. No. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So obviously we have it's literally everything to be honest. We'll start with the first card. So we have the Page of Cups. This is just pretty much everything. So I say this with it's both physical touch. It's also words of affirmation, especially being implied with the Emperor card. So the Page of Cups and the Emperor says physical touch, words of affirmation. Um, we also, this one's interesting though. I don't know how to categorize this one to be honest, but the Five of Cups is back. So I did mention that Mashio is like Hyunsuk's defender, but now that I see it here on Hyunsuk's end, it's kind of the same thing. They're very similar. It's almost like they mirror each other. Isn't that weird? They mirror each other. I don't very curious. I'm surprised when I did the first group treasure reading, I never saw like a soul connection between the two. But they're just too similar. It's just kind of uncanny that way. But yeah, Five of Cups means I don't know how to categorize it, but like I said, he defends Mashio. Now, the Five of Wands in reverse, this is acts of service. This is also acts of service. So let's just say that Hyunsuk just is all around. He goes all around when it comes to his affection. I mean, Cancer Moon, come on now. Cancer Moon. So let's talk about Mashio though. Mashio's love language towards Hyunsuk. What is Mashio's? What is Mashio's? Same thing. Well, okay, no, not completely the same thing. I'm seeing only 2. So it's it's acts of service, 4 of swords. So similar to Hyunsuk with that one, but then we also have words of affirmation with the 8 of swords in reverse. 8 of swords in reverse and the 4 of swords upright. So these two represent acts of service and words of affirmation. Now I'm starting to I picture the other interview. I think that was still Billboard. I think it might be Billboard interview again. But I think Mashio said, or no, HYUNSUK. HYUNSUK mentioned that he was very grateful to MASHIHO because MASHIHO takes really good care of him in spite of HYUNSUK being the leader role. MASHIHO knows how to step in and take good care of him. So it just makes complete sense. I remember HYUNSUK did tell MASHIHO that he's also good at cheering him up. He's good at cheering everyone up, not just HYUNSUK. There's something very distinct about MASHIHO being able to motivate others and to push and give you that kind of hype and, drive that you need. So, yeah. Yep. Okay. Last question. In what way? Oh, this is soft. So this last question, in what way is HYUNSUK grateful for when it comes to MASHIHO? In what way is HYUNSUK grateful for when it comes to MASHIHO, and vice versa? In what way is HYUNSUK grateful for when it comes to MASHIHO? That is a good question. In what way is HYUNSUK grateful for when it comes to MASHIHO? My heart. Okay. So, HYUNSUK is grateful for MASHIHO because regardless of like what anything he does or says, MASHIHO is not really too much of someone to complain. So he will do what he is told, he will do what he is asked, but he won't do that in any kind of like complaining manner. And I say this with the devil in reverse. The devil is Capricorn, and like I said, MASHIHO is a Capricorn rising. But yeah, it's interesting because HYUNSUK, he tries his best to lead, and so he's really thankful that MASHIHO does. Again, he doesn't complain and he'll like do what he's asked. But then another thing that he's very grateful from MASHIHO is the fact that sometimes HYUNSUK doesn't need to ask for help. MASHIHO just kind of knows and he'll step in and he'll be like, hey, let me help you do that. And HYUNSUK's going to be like, yes, please help me out. And I say this also with the Page of Wands upright. So the Page of Wands is to say, if there is anything that HYUNSUK is excited about, MASHIHO will kind of fuel it. MASHIHO will be like, all right, what do you want me to do? What are you excited about? Tell me, and then let me know what you need from me, and I'll help you. And then another thing that HYUNSUK's very grateful for is the hype. So 6 of Wands, this is about praise and appreciation. MASHIHO expresses his gratitude quite often when it comes to HYUNSUK. So if there is an opportunity to, MASHIHO, he's actually one that doesn't forget to express his gratitude or to thank HYUNSUK for doing a good job, like by being a leader and everything. So the 6 of Wands is here. So HYUNSUK appreciates MASHIHO for being just present and for just being, a really good support system that he needs. I see Mashi as a co-leader with Sakun. I agree. I actually feel the same way, Patricia. I thought about this way back when, like if there was going to be anyone after HYUNSUK and Jihoon to be leader, I was going to say it was going to be MASHIHO or Yedam after, but So now going into the opposite way, in what way is MASHIHO grateful for when it comes to HYUNSUK? And what way is Mashio grateful for when it comes to HYUNSUK? Mashio's funny. Mashio? No, I cannot. Mashio's hilarious. I can't. I can't with this guy. He's so funny. Stop right now. Okay, so Mashio's energy all of a sudden by asking this question, dude, that's so funny. He's grateful that HYUNSUK, even though I did say earlier, like he wishes HYUNSUK can chill with how he babies him. In the positive end, he's thankful that in a way, HYUNSUK treats him that way because somehow he feels like he's one of the favorites. So if I was like Mashio, it's like I'm thanking HYUNSUK for treating me like I'm very special to you. You know what I mean? And I say this because of the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups, and also we also have the Devil in reverse plus the Ace of Wands. So this just says, for if I'm channeling Mashio, it's like, look, I know I kind of dread it sometimes when you get all, cute with me and say that I'm very cute, but I'm also very thankful you treat me this way because I feel very special. That's so precious. Mashio's so funny. What else is Mashio grateful for when it comes to HYUNSUK? What else is Mashio grateful for when it comes to HYUNSUK? Okay, so Mashi is thankful and grateful to HYUNSUK for the fact or like the tendencies for him to not like be a quitter on him or on the group. So what I mean by that, just kind of put yourself in this scenario. Sometimes it's hard for a person to continuously deal with one's, you know, burdens, problems, issues. It's like there's only so much you can do for your friend, or there's only so much you can do for someone that you care about. And sometimes you will reach the point in time where you just don't want to deal with that person's stuff because you have your own life to deal with. In that sense, it feels like, I don't want to feel like I'm giving up on you, but I just don't have the capacity to help you, right? Now, in this respect, when we're talking about Mashio, he's grateful that HYUNSUK has never gotten to that point with him and Treasure. So HYUNSUK's patience in terms of being there for Mashi and the whole group itself, he's never once, radiated a kind of energy that he wants to, like let them off or let them be. It's not like, oh, well, that's your deal, I can't do anything for you. No, HYUNSUK is the kind of person that if he will, if he sees a fellow member, if he sees someone he cares about in distress or in a rut, HYUNSUK will not give up on you. He will do his best to help you regardless. And so again, like I said, Mashi is very grateful to HYUNSUK in that respect because we have the Six of Swords here. Six of Swords means that same resilience. It's like regardless of how hard it is, I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to do this together. I'm going to be with you every step of the way to the best of my ability. And again, Mashi is very thankful for that. We also have the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius. Sagittarian energy, and this just means that in spite of HYUNSUK dealing with his own stuff, in spite of HYUNSUK having his own responsibilities, especially since he is leader, Mashio is very grateful for HYUNSUK to manage that while trying to help the whole group, you know? That's a lot of pressure, you know? And Mashiho just really respects HYUNSUK for that. He's very thankful. So, yep. Anyway, we are finally done with all the questions. That was a total of 20 questions in the list. And that's actually we did pretty good for this time. But now we're going to go into everyone's favorite part of the reading, which is prediction time. Hooray. So, everyone, if you have made it this far in this reading, thank you so much. And now we are here at the segment of the reading. We're going to do predictions. I am going to do my best to channel the energy and see what HYUNSUK's energy and Mashiho's energy can kind of bring us for me as I channel and see downloads and kind of predict what's in store for them in the future. Again, if you are watching this, and since I'm doing predictions now, please take these predictions with a grain of salt. Let me just throw out that disclaimer once again. Nothing I ever say today is 100% factual, definite, or fixated. Nothing is set in stone. Especially when it comes to predictions. Okay, the energy is always shifting and changing. The universe is always working. So if I say a prediction, it could change. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it could. Now, if you want it to happen, if you want these predictions to manifest, I always tell my viewers and my subscribers, just set it and forget it. Pretend like you didn't even watch this reading and let the universe do its magic. All right. So with that said, let's get into predictions. What can we look forward to? What can we look forward to in the future coming out of Mashiho and HYUNSUK's energy? I'm going to see what we can find, if there's any repetitive predictions or downloads, or if there's any new ones, that'd be good too. And yes, thank you, Patricia. Please don't live tweet it either. Whatever I say today, please leave it here in this live stream. Do not talk about it. If you want it to manifest, please just keep it here. Okay, is there anything we can find out that's coming in from the future? Oh. Okay. What was that? Oh, and by the way, if I end up getting quiet from here and there, it's just me trying to focus and channel my downloads that I see. Okay. Wow. All right. So this is not well, maybe it might be. It might be a big download. I can't really tell the level of like how intense this download will be. It just depends on your judgment here. But I see Mashiho for whatever reason. I see Mashiho getting praised by another fellow celebrity. I can't tell if it's Korean or if it's Japanese or any other kind of, ethnicity or race or whatever, but Mashiho is gonna get praised by a certain celebrity. And I can't tell if this is like a big, like very popular one, but regardless, Mashiho is gonna get some outspoken praise and people are gonna start looking into Mashiho even more. And so this is going to kind of put Mashiho on the map, on the market per se. People are going to be curious about Mashiho and his capabilities and his skills. I can't tell who it is. Like I said, I can't pinpoint if this person is Korean or, Japanese or whatever. But regardless, Masha is going to get that recognition. He's going to get a lot of credibility. Yeah, so this is fairly a new download, but again, I can't tell who that was or what it was or where it was from. I'm late, but Jan's hoodie is Snoopy and chill, perfect today for HYUNSUK and MASHI-SUK. Exactly, it's exactly why I wore it. Whenever Jan gets quiet, I stop breathing. Why? You need to breathe. Okay. Any other downloads we can see? It's a lot. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay. A while back, like way back last year. Okay. I mentioned a while that HYUNSUK was going to collaborate on a performance with a certain fire sign. So it's back. I remember reading this in his solo reading, and this was way back when. Now I see this happening. It's back. Like, this download is back, but now there's two. There's two other fire signs that HYUNSUK's going to collaborate with performance-wise. And they're both, so HYUNSUK is a Taurus, but I see two fire signs total that HYUNSUK's going to collaborate. It's not going to be at once, though. So for example, HYUNSUK is going to collaborate with one fire sign, and then another time he's going to collaborate with a different fire sign. And this is, ta-da, in the YG family, we have this with the Four of Wands. So this is YG family collaboration. It's a performance. It's some type of stage, and I see this happening. There's a good handful of other fire signs in YG. There's a good handful, so you get to pick. You get to pick and see and guess. I'm not going to tell you who because we want it to manifest, but it's definitely within the family because it's YG family. This is the Four of Wands representing the family. So, and I say fire signs because of this Page of Wands as well. Yeah, there is a lot of fire signs in YG, so you get to pick. There's a good handful. You get to pick and guess. So back then, last year, when I read HYUNSUK, there was only one. Now I'm seeing two. Who are the fire signs? There's Minho from Winner. There's GD from Big Bang. There's Bobby from Icon. There's Lisa from Blackpink. Oh, there's also June from Icon as well. There's a good handful. Very big names. How about Sean? I don't remember Sean's birthday. Is Sean a fire sign? I don't remember. Okay. Any other predictions we can find out? Anything you'd like to share with us? Ooh. Say what? Shoot. I'm gonna cry if this really happens. No, I'm gonna cry if this is gonna happen. Give me that YG family concert right now. Literally give it to me right now. Jason, can I just say it to them? I want it to manifest. I don't want them to dwell on it. I don't know why he came in. This is a MASHIHO and HYUNSUK reading, not a. Okay, whatever. So, okay. All right, let me just whatever. I'll just say it regardless. So, do you remember in the Treasure Members Twitter account, Hyunsuk has kept teasing he's kept teasing like with the Big Bang covers and whatnot, right? There's a specific one that I personally am like in love with, and it's Hyunsuk and Jongwoo, right? Hyunsuk and Jongwoo, they sang, was it Love Dust? I think it was Love Dust. I can't remember anymore. I can't remember. Was it Love Dust? Correct me if I'm wrong. It is. It is Love Dust. Sorry, I had to think of it in my head. Now, think of it this way. Why do I say both Hyunsuk and Jongwoo? So Hyunsuk is a Taurus. So welcome the Hierophant. Now, Jongwoo is a Libra. Say hi to the Justice card. Taurus and Libra. This is Hyunsuk and Jongwoo, and I saw their faces. Now, what I saw, it's not exactly a collaboration, but how do I mention this without making people not overdwell in it? Before I say what's gonna happen, you gotta promise me you're gonna let this prediction go. Do not dwell on this download. If you want it to manifest, you gotta let it go. Deal? Pinky promise? 약속? Capiche? All right, because this is a big one. Okay, so, all right. Jongwoo and Hyunsuk performing a cover. Okay, they're gonna perform a cover together. It's not a long cover, but they're gonna perform a cover on stage together, and then later on, it's like they're like the opening stage, and then the main event comes in. You know what I mean? Basically, Hyunsuk and Jongwoo are like the introduction to the main artist coming in. You know what it reminds me of? So here, I don't know if you've known this performance, but back then, if you guys are fans, if you guys are actual true YG stans, a perfect example is Tara and Minho. They performed Dumtada, and then the main event was Top. You know what I mean? Minho and Dara, they did their own rendition of Tuntada, and then Top came in because that's his song. It's that same vibe. It's that same energy where Jongwoo and Hyunsuk are gonna do all that, and yeah. And this is gonna happen in due time because we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune coming into play. All right, you guys promise you're not going to dwell on this. You got to let it go. Set it and forget it. Claim it and then forget it, guys. Okay. Amnesia pills for everyone. Okay, next. Is there anything else we can see in the future? Why am I getting the way Wait, what? Oh, wow. Huh. Why? Sorry. I don't have an actual download right this moment, but I'm hearing keywords. I mean, the strawberry is done. We saw the strawberry, the keyword of strawberry already manifest. Now I'm getting chocolate. I don't know why I'm hearing and seeing chocolate, but this is a keyword. So take it with a grain of salt. I don't know how it's being implied, but we're getting chocolate this time. We had in previous readings that I've done, we had a significant handful of other keywords, and some of them have already manifested. But now I got a new keyword, and we have chocolate, and I don't know why. Strawberry is done. Yeah, well, kind of, almost. But strawberry was the, what was it called? The cosmetic, the mango strawberry. Yes, 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 exactly. Now I'm getting chocolate. I don't know why. Chocolate. I just don't know. Chocolate. The way we went from strawberry and now we're with chocolate. Okay. Okay, this one. Is this new? But is it? Shoot. No, 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 no. Come back. Okay. All right. I have two downloads here in front of me. One of them, who likes Crunk? Do any of you like Crunk? Do any of you, if you're a YG stan, do you know Crunk and do you like Crunk the bear? You know Crunk, right? The YG mascot, the big blue bear. You love Crunk. So do I. Now, why do I mention Crunk? Crunk is gonna have Crunk is gonna have like an addition to the family. We've always had Crunk for years now. We've had Crunk since 2013, right? Yeah. So YG Entertainment has established Crunk since 2013. Now it looks like we're gonna get a new character. Um yeah, and I can't tell, I'm not gonna tell you what kind of animal or what kind of like being it is as a additional mascot, but why I'm seeing it in this Mashi and HYUNSUK reading is because one of them is going to dress up in that in the costume, and it may be for either one of their shows or whether it's like the YG family thing, YG family concert, whatever. It's some kind of event that's going to happen, and either MASHIHO or HYUNSUK's going to dress up in this costume to introduce the new character. So one of these events is happening. But yeah, it looks like Crunk is gonna get a new family member in the YG family. So Crunk waifus. Oh no, I'm dead. But yeah, okay. Now the next download that I have. This is, I know people have been waiting for this kind of download. So we're gonna see a MASHIHO and HYUNSUK duo, but it's not an official thing. I saw a stage again. If it's not a stage, we might get like a performance video as well. It's like something very special. Like maybe it's a dance cover, or maybe it's something on stage. Maybe we'll see it on Today. I don't know. Okay. I just see different aspects of both MASHIHO and HYUNSUK together performing. And I say this with the Two of Cups here. Okay, Two of Cups. It's a very special performance, something that you will not like expect. So be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout for it. Let me cut the cards. Is there anything in particular? Look at that. You have the Prism card. So this is not like fixed in modern tarot. This is just particular or special to this deck. Now, if you look at that, look at it. It's literally a gem. It's a treasure, right? Very, very, relevant for treasure in itself. But why this card is here? This card is here to express that there's going to be a lot of new announcements very soon. This is amplified by the Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles is the stage or the time phase where everyone's been just trying to wait. Everything has been quote unquote, like it's a drought per se. We're going to come out of this drought very, very soon. And this is amplified by, again, that Prism card. Okay, this Prism card is here to say, don't worry, this comeback's coming. You're going to get the announcement, and you're going to get it really, really soon. We also have this amplified with the Chariot card. Everyone knows this. This is the Cancer card, Cancerian card, and this is success. So basically, all that you have been waiting for, the drought here, it's all going to come into an end, and you're going to get what you have been waiting for. Okay? Okay. I'm going to say it's no later than the Today. It's no later than today. You know what? Let's clarify it. Let me ask angels right now. Are we going to get comeback, dear angels, are we going to get a comeback announcement during Treasure's private stage called Today? Are we going to get comeback announcements? Do you know, or would you like to share? I am asking you. What do you mean? My angels are clowning me. My angels are clowning me. Literally, I'm like, can I ask you guys if, etc., etc., etc. You know what they said? You know what they said? In reverse, they said, ask your angels. This means don't ask us. My angels are like, we ain't telling you. My angels are like, nope, you can't get the answer out of us. Literally ask your angels in reverse. Like, nope, you can't ask us. No way. My angels are clowning me. Are you joking with me? The way. I'm going to ask you one more time. Can we know if they're going to announce their comeback during the private stage called Today? I'm going to ask you one last time, please. Thank you. Okay. Vague, but I'll take it. Vague, but I'll take it. We have peaceful resolution. So yes, this is a potential. This is potential. This is not a yes, nor it's not a no. This is a peaceful resolution. I'll take it. My angels are like, we'll see. All right, I won't ask again. So funny. So funny. My life as a why you stand in a nutshell is vague, but I'll take it. Right? For real. It's not a yes, but it's not a no either. So we'll take it with a grain of salt. Okay. Any other predictions we can have today? Coming out of the two of them. Let's go, HYUNSUK. Let's go. Okay, very, very soon. I don't know if it's this comeback or another comeback. Don't quote me on that. I don't know yet if it's this comeback or the comeback in the future, but we're finally really going to see HYUNSUK's name on songs, like actual like production, okay? So we have this written with the Taurus card, the Hierophant back. So HYUNSUK's back again. We also have the Page of Pentacles. So this is like, in this sense, this one's talking about royalties. This is talking about investments. This is talking about money coming in. This is also the Six of Swords. So all that hard work that HYUNSUK has been putting into, finally, HYUNSUK's going to get these rewards. He's going to get a lot of abundance and blessings. And this is in terms of his creativity. Why do I say creativity? We have the Knight of Wands. So all that excitement, all that creative, passionate energy he's been, trying to, channel out in his music and his writing, it's coming. It's coming very soon. Again, I don't know if it's this comeback or the comeback in the future. We'll see. We'll see. But he will have his name very soon out there. Okay. Oh. Hold on. Why is this here? Oh no, why is this here? One more card, please. Is this for Mashi, or is this for HYUNSUK, or is this for both? You scared me for a moment. Oh no, you scared me for a moment, cards. You set me up. You set me up, cards. Bro. Kept looking at your nails. Oh, thanks, Chris. Okay, my cards are clowning me again, but the way. All right, so I got scared, but I'm not scared anymore. Whatever. It was just not a joke, but again, it's like a tease. So a while back, I forgot whose reading it was, but I did say that there was going to be an idol. I said that there was going to be some female idol, and maybe she'll be like on a radio show, or she's just going to have an interview, and she's going to be like, oh yeah, my ideal type is etc from Treasure. So that's still happening. That's still gonna happen. Yeah, it's about HYUNSUK. That's still gonna happen. However, there's like additional details to this. Bro. Okay. apparently it's still happening because I still see the download. Now, the additional details to this is that they're gonna have an encounter. I think it's a collaboration like with a good handful of different idols in a show, and they're gonna kind of just be in like one show together. Like there's a lot of other groups there, and I literally see, yeah, there's an interactions that's gonna happen in the future. Surprise, right? But apparently here's the part that I got scared about. Here's the part that I got scared about because apparently like they're gonna interact or whatever, and they're not gonna like they're gonna be they're gonna be kind of, how do I say this? They're gonna be cutely awkward, but some people are not gonna take it well. Some people are not gonna take it well. But that's fine because in spite of all of that, my cards just reassured me that it's all just like for show. So yeah, like in a mixing era. In what way? I mean, in a way, how do I say it? It's awkward in a way because how do I mention it? Kind of like timeline wise, it's already going to be expressed from this female idol. She's going to be like, "Yeah, my ideal type is HYUNSUK from Treasure." And then later on in like after time has passed, there's going to be an opportunity that these two will kind of like meet in this show. And not gonna lie, the members of their respective groups are gonna kind of nudge each other. They're gonna be like, "Oh, hey, isn't that the girl that likes it?" You know, you know what I mean? Like, who doesn't do that? It's like you're gonna be in a circle of friends, and your friends are gonna tease you that this person likes you or thinks that you're the ideal type. You know, it's just gonna be one of those feelings. So they're gonna tease him, they're gonna mock him, and the girl's also gonna be teased and mocked as well. So it's gonna be cute, but it's also gonna be awkward. So yeah, I'm actually surprised myself because we haven't seen anything like that in fourth gen yet. The last time I've ever seen that was still third gen. But yeah, the last time I've ever seen that kind of encounter is third gen. Anyway, so fun. Yeah, I personally haven't seen anything like it yet in fourth gen, but yeah. May they break the tensions for fourth gen. Amen. Amen. Which groups of third gen? I've seen Winner and G Friend. I've seen G Friend and Icon. I've seen Got7 and shoot, who was it called? Can't remember which group it was. But you know what I mean. G Friend and Astro. Okay, there's one like that too. Okay. Ooh, wait. Need a clarifier. Oh, shoot. All right. So this is later, though. This is not the next comeback, I think. Okay. So this is not the next comeback. However, a future comeback, we're going to have a cameo in Treasure's music video. Now, I see MASHI-SUK having a very big role in this music video. But what's interesting is the cameo, because MASHI-SUK is going to interact with this cameo, this celebrity guest. And it's from YG Entertainment as well. So, fellow YG fam, Cameo. Yeah, Cameo. I see I see Olive Treasure interacting, but MASHIHO somehow is like the main focus in the music video. We'll see. We'll see. Sweater? Sweater. Keyword sweater. Okay, so we have chocolate, and now we have sweater. Random, but we have sweater. New keyword. So chocolate, and now we have sweater. I don't know what it means. I don't know what it's for, but suddenly I'm hearing sweater. Fashion ad, maybe? I don't know. Maybe a new merch, too? I don't know. Could be. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Maybe Soohyun like how he had a cam. Oh yeah, maybe Soohyun. Maybe. Okay. This is the last download that I'm getting because it's starting to kind of glitch on me. So, okay. Wow. Okay. It was glitchy and now it was clear. How do I mention this without giving too much away? I don't know how to mention this one. This one's a big one, but I don't want to give this one fully away. Damn it. Screw it. Can you also promise with this one not to dwell on this? Because I really want this to happen as well. Okay? I really want this one to happen as well. So there might, if this does manifest well, there will be a guest on today. There's going to be a special guest on today. Okay? Literally, their private stage. I'm not going to say who, but there will be someone that's going to come in on their private stage. So I'm just not going to mention names. If this manifests properly, there might be a cameo. All right. Who said kotetsu? Oh no. All right. If the universe grants this properly, if we don't dwell on it too much, if we manifest it properly, then there might be a special a special guest. Excuse me. So, okay. I'm done. I am done with the predictions. This is all that I can come up with today. If you have gotten this far into the reading, thank you guys so much. I'm going to end the stream with some oracle cards. Let's ask for overall messages from the moon, from the universe, in terms of going in to the future. Okay, any advice? What is our closing advice? What is our closing advice for this reading? Thank you, cards. Woo! I am ready, bro. Seriously. Okay, well, it's time to take action. and the energy is gaining momentum. So look at this. We have a new moon here. A new moon. We're coming. They're coming. We have things in store really, really soon. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna rest. Happy full moon, by the way, and happy Chuseok. I hope you guys did your releases. Am I gonna? I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna guarantee this yet, but I will try to come back live tomorrow for Taeyang. Um, I'm gonna do that very soon. Oh, hi Jay. Jay, oh my god, you just came in. Did you just come in? I'm about to end the stream the way. Jay! Say hi to Jay, everybody. Taeyang would be awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make room tomorrow. I can't guarantee it yet, but if I do decide to read Taeyang tomorrow, you'll see it. Just make sure you have me on notification so you don't miss out. How you been, Jay? But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I actually miss doing this. Yeah, so again, I'll try to read Jay to not Jay. Why am I saying Jay all of a sudden? I'm gonna read Taeyang tomorrow. Look what you did, Jay. Now I'm like, I'm gonna read Jay again. I'm dead. I'm gonna read Taeyang tomorrow, or try to. I'm not guaranteed that yet. Okay, so yeah, apparently we'll see how my schedule goes, and then other reaction videos will be finally coming up tomorrow as well. I have two that is gonna be exporting now actually, so yeah, pretty good. Hope you've been well. Hopefully I can get in early tomorrow if you stream. Hopefully I'm gonna, if I try to read Taeyang tomorrow, I'll try to go earlier. What if the kids Roland and friends will attend the 2-day? We'll see, right? We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in. I missed you guys. This was fun. I'll try to see you guys tomorrow. If not, you'll see a reaction video at the very least. But yeah, happy Lunar New Year. Happy Chuseok. Bye, everyone. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love you guys. Be safe. Bye. Take care. And yes, replay will be up. All right. Bye. Bye-bye. To all the Lunas, goodbye.